তোমার জন্য আমি আজকে একটা কার্ড নিয়ে এসেছি। ও মা, তো এই কার্ডটাতে লেখা আছে দ্য স্টার, মানে তুমি ধ্রুবতারা হবে আগামী জন্মে, এই জন্মে না। ওরে বাবা, তুমি অনেক উঁচু অব্দি পৌঁছাবে। এখানে যতগুলো কার্ড আছে সব কটাকে সিঁড়ি হিসেবে সাজিয়ে দাও, যতখানি উঁচু হয় অত উঁচু অব্দি পৌঁছে যাবে, তুমি রাজা হবে। ওই বাবা গো, তোমার জন্যই কার্ডটা বেরিয়েছে, বুঝেছো? একদিকে কাপ আছে আর একদিকে হ্যান্ডেল আছে। হ্যান্ডেল আর কাপ।
ক্যামেরা বন্ধ করো।
এই কে?
এটা কি বান্দরামি হচ্ছে? ট্যারো রিডিং নিয়ে আসল ট্যারো রিডিং কি হয় জানতে চাও? ভ্যানিশ হয়ে যাবে। What is 000?
পাখির যদি হেয়ার ফল প্রবলেম হয়,
God is just a word.
it's not that I'm a dumb fuck.
পাখি হয়ে গেল একটা মিডিয়াম। Money is also an energy.
কি পাখনা টাকনা ছিল এঞ্জেলগুলো?
Whatever words come out, it's not me speaking.
We are God.
I used to consider life to be pathetic.
So it's all about energy, I guess.
Do not judge the person. Why don't you love yourself?
Welcome to the almost famous podcast episode 6. আর আজকে আমাদের সঙ্গে আছে Ananya Chattaraj. Ananya, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
And তুমি আমাকে এর আগে প্রচুর বকাবকি করলে, আমাকে তাড়িয়ে দিলে, ভ্যানিশ করে দিলে, কত খাটাখাটনি করে I ended up somewhere else and I had to come back. My goodness.
I mean, that's worth it.
So Ananya, to the audience who does not know, Ananya is a tarot card reader. তাছাড়াও আরও অনেক কিছু ও করে, সেগুলো আমরা আস্তে আস্তে রিভিল করবো ডিউরিং দি শো। বাট Ananya, how did you end up being a tarot card reader?
So, I was in college and I was working as a 3D artist. So, it was almost the end of semester. And I was shit tired of my work. Now, the interesting part that started was I just saw the microwave, and you know how you see like 000 in the microwave when it's off.
Right.
So, আমি ওটা দেখলাম and I was like, okay, leave it. Next day, I see the same thing again.
Oh.
Second day also, I was like, okay, maybe coincidence, leave it. Third day, again, I see the same thing. And through a different medium also, maybe in some scooter or something I saw. And I was like, भाई साहब, ये कुछ तो है. मैं गई सीधा लैपटॉप में, research time. What is 000? And then it was like, it's an angel number. Then I understood, okay, so this is angel number. So angel speaks through, numbers like 12, 11, 11. And that was the turning point in my life where your spiritual awakening sign, that if you are able to see these numbers, that means that's your first step or entry towards your spiritual journey.
So that is how you started.
Yeah.
So Ananya, আমার একটা কোশ্চেন ছিল, এই এঞ্জেল যাদের কথা বলছে কি পাখনা টাকনা ছিল এঞ্জেলগুলো?
আমি ওটা তো জিজ্ঞেস করিনি আর নাই দেখতে চাই। But interesting part is a sign that whether the angels are with you or not, you will see
Right.
feathers on the floor. Wherever you are and whenever you see a feather in front of you, it's a sign that angels are actually with you and they're protecting you.
ওকে, তার মানে হচ্ছে পাখির যদি হেয়ার ফল প্রবলেম হয়, তার মানে এঞ্জেলস আর অ্যারাউন্ড মি।
Well, angels are finding some way to send you the message. পাখি হয়ে গেল একটা মিডিয়াম।
নো বাট জোকস অ্যাপার্ট, আমি বলিউড ফিল্মসে, বা বলিউডকে কেন বদনাম করবো, হলিউড ফিল্মসেও দেখেছি। দেয়ার ওয়াজ এ ফিল্ম কল্ড জাস্ট মাই লাক, ওখানেও দেখেছিলাম আমি। তো ট্যারো কার্ড রিডার্স যারা হয় নর্মালি দেখেছি তাদের এত বড় বড় চুল হয়, অনেক সব কি সব বিডস টিডস পরে বসে, বাট ইউ নট লুক লাইক দেম। সো মানে ওটা কি কিছু মানে ক্যাটালিস্ট হিসেবে কাজ করে? মানে ওসব পড়লে কি বেশি বোঝা যায় নাকি মানে কোনো রিলেশনশিপ আছে এটার?
অ্যাকচুয়ালি কি হয়, that there are maximum energies in your nails and in your hair.
Okay.
And the more you grow it, the more intuitive ideas you're getting. Your intuition power is increasing.
Okay.
So that's why people grow the hair even more.
ওকে, সো আই ক্যান নেভার বি আ ট্যারো কার্ড রিডার। আমার হেয়ার ফল শুরু হয়ে গেছে। বাট এগেন আই মিন আই এম সরি অনন্যা, মানে আমি একটু এরকমই ইয়ার্কি ফাজলামো করি আর কি কথা বলতে বলতে। বাট আই থিঙ্ক দ্যাট আমাদের অডিয়েন্স জানতে চাইবে যে হোয়াট উইল বি লাইক ইফ আই হ্যাভ টু সে দ্যাট ইম্প্যাক্ট এটার কি হতে পারে ইন সামবডিজ লাইফ।
Tarot, first and foremost, is a medium which will guide you to the right path. Now, there is a belief by people that tarot, it tells future. Well, that's not the case. Tarot tells you possibilities that ये हो सकता है अगर you do this particular action.
ওকে,
Therefore, with the help of tarot, we first check that what is your current energy. We come to know about your current situation. And therefore, in order to reach to that particular solution, we guide you through tarot that what is the correct action that you should take
ওকে,
to reach till that particular goal or desire or
Okay.
solution.
সো ইজ ইট রিলেটেড টু অ্যাস্ট্রোলজি বাই এনি মিনস?
पुराने ज़माने में मीडियम एक ही था.
ওকে,
अभी वो पूरा ब्रेक डाउन हो गया है into tarot, astrology, numerology and what not, all leading to one solution. टैरो से भी न्यूमरोलॉजी कर सकते हो, टैरो से भी वास्तु कर सकते हो.
ও
So everything leads to one solution. That's it.
সো হোয়াট ইজ দ্য সলিউশন?
Solution totally depends on your question first and foremost. पूछ क्या रहे हो? And modality currently it is multiple.
ওকে,
Now you want solution in what? Job. You want solution in what? In your healing, your emotional state, mental state, what? Then accordingly we decide that what modality are we going to use in order to bring the solution in your life.
so that means if I go to a professional tarot card reader, be it my personal problem or be it my professional problem, in both the cases I am highly likely to get a solution. So তোমার কাছে তো এরকম অনেক লোকজন আসে, is there any special case, মানে I know that এটা privacy matters আছে, মানে you do not have to talk about them like taking their names or anything, but
No, yeah.
is there any particular case যেখানে তুমি দেখেছো যে it has really impacted them in a way that you have hardly imagined?
Yeah, there have been cases, and I'll tell the most interesting case at the end.
Okay,
So there have been cases like there were few of my clients who were worried about their job, almost in a give up state.
okay,
And I told them that you just go with the flow. Do not try to control the situation. You only focus on your work. There's something coming.
okay,
There's some blessings that is coming in the work. And then after few days, they got a promotion.
oh,
So with the help of tarot, you don't just get a right direction, you even get motivation. You get hope in your life.
that is very needed, very much needed.
Yes. And there was one more client who came not because he wanted guidance. He wanted to test
Oh,
that how much I will be accurate with him. So in the beginning, he didn't give much detail about his life. See, tarot reading is what? The client will come to me. I will ask the client that how is life? What is going on? Just like a patient goes to a doctor,
right,
doctor will definitely ask the history and then give medicine. Directly not jump into a medicine. So the client was not telling me the details completely. So what I did, I just took out the cards. And I told, okay, so why is your situation so harsh? Why do I see so much of pressure in your life? Because I can see through your energy also. And he was shocked. He was like, okay, how do you know that? So I told that it's tarot card. Tarot card at the end is your true reflection.
right,
It's your mirror. ऊपर से अगर पूरा वो society norms का layer हटा दे, that reflection is you which you're going to get in tarot cards.
So it's all about energy, I guess.
Energy.
So I remember that when Ananya and I were talking about about this podcast over the phone. So she told me that I'm going to bring my own set of cards because I do not want to mix up energies, and my card has my energy and vice versa. So how does it work? Because I have seen a lot of people talk about as you said earlier, healing. So I think that is also energy, right?
Yes.
So how do you put it?
So how do we do energy exchange in
Yeah.
short? When comes to tarot reading or healing, energy exchange has to be done through payment.
Okay.
With payment, why are we doing payment first and foremost? Let's clear this out. Payment is done not just because we want to earn money. It's because when the client is paying us, they're giving us an energy. Money is also an energy, which then gets manifested in form of notes or money in your account. So you're sending an energy to me, then I'll use that energy to transfer healing or doing a tarot reading for you.
Okay.
So that's how it works.
So but then if I have to talk about somebody's spiritual connection, like we talk about connection with the cosmos, connection with our inner self or the upper self. So how does that work when it comes to tarot?
How does that work? So first and foremost, with tarot, you can definitely find out what is the characteristics of your higher self.
Okay.
That true self of yours.
Yeah.
Your original version. And then you can find out that how are you right now?
Okay, the present self.
Present self.
Okay.
Because with that, you get the idea that where are you lacking and where you're supposed to actually work, which is very important. Then you understand that where you actually have to heal.
So we can also say that this is kind of a journey towards your self-improvement.
Self-improvement, awakening,
Okay.
knowing yourself more.
But do you think that knowing ourselves more is only possible through this method or any other method if we do not practice a few things, certain things in our life? So for example, what I truly believe is that if I know what I'm doing, or if I know who I am, let's say I have done a session with you, and you have guided me towards self motivation, and now I know myself, right? But then there has to be a set of things, or maybe a few parameters that I have to practice on a daily basis so that I can be who I am and not go by the distractions of life. So is there any course of guidance that happens after the tarot session, that you instruct people that you should do this and this?
Yes, I do.
So what are these kind of things? I mean, is this like जैसे कोई एस्ट्रोलॉजर बोल देता है कि भाई आप ये रिंग पहन लेना, और सम पंडित जी माइट टेल यू दैट आप सफ़ेद का दान करना. तो is there practices like this which
There
are
are
involved?
practices like this because there is a subject called past life regression.
Okay.
Whatever you are facing currently is because of what you did in the past life.
Okay.
So you're carrying the karma in this lifetime. In order to cleanse that karma, you have to do the opposite.
Okay.
Example, if some people are facing financial issues, maybe they did something in their past life because of which they carried this karma here in this lifetime. So best is that, they donate money to the poor, for which they get back tenfolds. Because there is a law called give and take.
Right.
The more you give is the more you get. But if people are giving because they want to get something with that intention, then they'll not get. But if they are giving with compassion, with love, with concern for the front person, that's when the energy will work.
So we are talking about empathy over here. We are talking about real emotions and sentiments that I think maybe molds the kind of aura that you have, and it molds the energy.
Yes.
So it is what I realize while speaking with you is that it is pretty much in tune with the idea of Indian spirituality, if we have to talk about that. So, Ananya, do you think that because this is something that I have started realizing while speaking with you, there are so many things in Indian spirituality where we talk about self healing or getting to know oneself, karma, right? So in tarot also there are so many things like this, but as far as my knowledge goes, my limited knowledge goes about tarot, that this practice is not from the subcontinent of India. So do you think that the Indian spirituality and tarot somehow or somewhere it is aligned?
It is. Because if you are aware, there were sadhus in the past who used to check the kundli of people, right?
Yeah.
And then they used to decide when the marriage should happen of the king, of the queen.
Today also it happens.
Now there is literally breakdown of modalities. That time it was not even there. So now there is breakdown of modalities. The more people are awakening, the more they are developing something new on the basis of their life, their experience, their power. And then when they feel that, they have become perfect in it, they are ready to share with the world. And that turns out into a course. There's so much. There's no end in spirituality. There's no end of subjects in spirituality.
It is like an ocean.
Ocean, exactly.
So, Ananya, coming back to you as an individual, people come to you, they talk to you about their problems, their worries. So, don't you feel at times that maybe it is time for you to, what to say? I mean, shed those, the load of that worry, the load of somebody's fear, the load of somebody's misfortune, and think about yourself. I mean, how do you handle so much negativity? Because I'm very sure that people in problem, they look for solutions, right? Somebody who already, is happy in his or her life, they might not be looking at you, or maybe they might not be looking at tarot reading as a thing to practice or to heal themselves. Maybe they will be just taking it up as fun, right? So how do you stay cool? How do you stay calm after maybe 3-4 sessions, or maybe a week's time or a month's time?
So definitely I should prioritize myself, and that is definitely important, and I manage that. Before every tarot reading or any healing, I meditate.
Okay.
Because when I'm doing tarot reading and whatever words come out, it's not me speaking. God merges with us. That's why we are called the medium. And God comes inside us and speaks and tells the word. And when we cut the connection with the client, God goes back and we actually don't remember anything. That what did we say in the reading? There have been many clients who came and told that whatever you told in the reading, it actually worked. I'm like, what did I say? This is how my reaction is. So I manage that, and after which it comes my me time, where I do things that I love doing, watching series or healing myself. If there is something I really have to work on, I prioritize that, which is my morning ritual. I take my food and then I start my healing, which is the most important part. Because if I don't heal myself, how will I heal others?
Right.
Right. So after that work, then मेरा पूरा दिन का काम चालू हो जाता है. After which, तब मेरा Netflix time.
But to the individual Ananya, who is God?
Who is God?
Yeah.
First and foremost, God is just a word. God, universe, higher self, divine. God is the whole universe. It's an energy, the highest energy, who is handling all of us. And we are those small particles of that highest energy who has come here. So God is nothing but the highest supreme energy.
So we are made of God. We are God to some extent. We are the particles of God, right? So if we have to consider that, there are people who are lost in their paths of life, right? So if we are made of the same energy, how is it different for them and how is it different for us?
It is different only because of the karma. We all are one. We all are Atmas. We all are energies. But this body, this
Blood and flesh.
blood and flesh, exactly, is the Maya. We are right now in Maya. This 3D world, which is called the 3D matrix, is the Maya world. But those who awaken, those who start connecting with God, they come out of the Maya and they see beyond. When we all, being sometimes, being in sad situation or low energy, when we take that one uncomfortable step to see beyond, there's going to be a huge change in life. There's going to be a huge change in understanding your life. Where once upon a time I used to consider life to be pathetic, and now I consider life to be a blessing.
I think a lot of Gen Zs, they talk about depression. They're always sad. They're always depressed. They're always tired of relationships, of friendships, of life. Don't you think that there is a problem? There is a problem in the world that people have stopped looking at things in a positive way. People have stopped talking about the good things in life. Because to my understanding, again, I mean, maybe I am spiritually aligned in a different method, but I believe that yes, I am spiritually aligned. So to my understanding of this current scenario, I think that there might be a huge disconnect between the nature in its own way it is and human beings of the current generation who are mostly dependent on, I think, gadgets or electronic
Yes.
media. So ऐसा नहीं है कि हम लोग एकदम साधु संत है, ऐसा नहीं है. We were also disconnected at some point of time. Maybe later on we realized that okay, this is how we should do it. But at least there were certain things like, as we say, that the roof of the house, that we used to listen to the elders. So we used to question a lot that ऐसा क्यों वैसा क्यों, but at the end of the day we used to listen to our elders. I see that there is a huge problem that a lot of things can be actually sorted if this generation starts listening to their elders. This is how I feel, because they do not have the wisdom, they do not have the experience in life. So don't you think that all these perils of life can be sorted or can be solved, or maybe like we used to simplify algebraic equations, that we used to simplify it.
Yeah.
So don't you think that they are living in a real world algebra and they need simplification?
They do.
So how do you think that they should do it?
First and foremost, they should stop finding happiness from outside.
Well said.
Happiness from outside is temporary. एक दिन रहेगा, एक दिन गायब हो जाएगा. हमेशा के लिए नहीं रहने वाला. एक्सपायरी डेट है उसका. The happiness is inside you.
Right.
Question is, do you love yourself? Or you don't consider yourself sufficient? If you don't love yourself, ask yourself why. why don't you love yourself? Is there any lack of qualities in you that you don't like? Or do you kind of get bored with yourself? And if yes, why? There are so many things that you can do with yourself. Even if getting validation from elders, that is also one way a sign that you don't believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Getting validation is okay. That's what we are doing since we were kids.
Yeah.
But एक point आता है where you should be like, okay, I am confident enough.
Once you have grown up to a certain level and you know that, okay, this is something that I know and I believe that this is my passion. Like when I started my business, my mother said that, you should go and look for a job and maybe sit for a bank examination. And I knew that I'm never going to crack it because I did not want to crack it. That was the whole thing. It's not that I'm a dumb fuck. It's just that I did not want to do it. I knew that I wanted to make some buck, but on a serious note, not like just doing absolutely anything and everything. So I think that it takes its own sweet time.
It does.
For me, it has taken a lot of time, but I think that I'm happy with my life, and touch wood. I think that people around me are also happy because I am happy. So I think that exactly summarizes what you just said, if I'm not wrong.
And also, thank you for reminding me one more point, that when people are in a higher vibrational state, whether that's happiness or sadness, if the person is in sadness, people are going to attract exactly those people who are sad.
Right.
Because everyone around us is like a mirror. They are like us. If you will deal with someone who's like very angry, that means somewhere deep down there is an anger inside you. It's just that you haven't analyzed yet. You haven't asked yourself. You haven't observed yourself. But if your energy gets cleansed and you rise to an higher positive energy, accept yourself the way you are, and not sticking to this term that you have to be perfect. No one can be perfect. But if you accept yourself the way you are and you start loving yourself, you will attract all those people who will accept you the way you are and not tell you to quote yourself.
That is very well put, Ananya. So you have been doing this for quite a while now, and I see you on social media. I follow you on social media. So why social media? I mean, is it for only marketing, or do you want to measure the impact, or is there something else?
It's not for marketing. It's more about, I want to see who all are connecting with my energy. Because the more people connect with my energy, I come to know, okay, I can help them. I can be of help. I may be able to understand their problem and guide them. It's more like sending a signal that I'm there. I'm there to help you. I'm there to guide you. So if you want to reach out to me, I'm definitely there.
That's very sweet. So before we end this podcast, something I have been thinking about while speaking to you. You want to help people. You have been helping a lot of people. Who helps Ananya?
God.
And what about your parents?
Parents also, they get help from God. It's more about how deep faith you have.
So don't you think that parents are the nearest representation of God in someone's life?
They are. But also the fact that we learn from our parents. Parents also learn from us. So we three are like I, my father, my mother. We are apparently mediums for each other. We are going on learning from each other. One day I teach something to dad. Dad teaches something to my mom. Mom teaches something to me. So it's kind of an continuous enlightening that we are giving to each other.
Again, it's an exchange of energy.
In a way.
So that's beautifully said, Ananya. So it is like if you are in a family setup, or if you are in a setup with friends or with your loved ones, it is all about the energy that you exchange with each other. And to stand with each other, I think that first we need to stand for ourselves,
Definitely.
right?
Definitely.
So actually, every time I feel that okay, now the time is up and we have to end the podcast, and something pops up in my mind. And just one last thing I would like to ask you
Yeah.
is that, so on a tarot card, on a deck of a tarot, I have seen that there are so many images. I was making fun of a few when we started, but to be very honest, I am very curious about these drawings and the signals and whatnot. So if, for example, you have known someone, let's say, so this is like a situation in front of you, a scenario. You have known someone from a very like from your old days, and maybe a friend or maybe an uncle or someone. So you know that this person is like this, right? Has this ever happened with you that that अरे ये तो ऐसा ही है, and when you take out the card, something pops up and then you see that, I mean, this is totally different. I mean, I did not expect that, okay, you are like this. So have this ever happened with you?
This happens a lot of times.
Is it?
It happens a lot of times because if we do a reading like this, when I was new, this happened where I am judging the person from here. But the card is bringing me back to reality that, oh, hello, focus here, not here. In short, do not judge the person, do not judge a client. When I was learning at that time, of course, I mean, I was an expert at that particular time. So I used to, before even taking out the cards, while listening to the client की situation क्या है, problem क्या है, I'm like कि भाई साहब शायद यही होगा, वो ही होगा. But जब कार्ड निकाल लेती हूँ, I was like, oh, not bad, अच्छा ही होगा. कोई गड़बड़ नहीं करेगी.
नहीं, but उल्टा भी तो हो सकता है.
उल्टा हो सकता है. उल्टा हो सकता है.
है ना? I mean, maybe you have thought about someone as or considered someone a friend, but then when you pull out the cards, you understand that okay, the real self of this person is something else.
Yes, this happens because whenever I mingle with different people, it's like for me, if the person is not equal to my energy level, I get anxiety. But if the person is aligning with my energy, I feel very calm. And if I question that anxiety, and one day I just take out a card and like, tell me the energy of the person. Bang on. Bingo. Like total correct answer what I was thinking. What my intuition was telling me.
So right now, are you comfortable?
A lot. इसलिए तो इतनी देर से बातें हो रही है.
So and किसी का अगर energy पसंद नहीं आए तो you can vanish that person like you did to me.
Definitely.
So thank you, Ananya, for joining us on this beautiful episode of the Almost Famous podcast. And definitely we will be speaking more with you when we start a new series called The Famous Podcast, right? So jokes apart, thank you so much again.
Thank you for calling me.
Thank you. And you for the audience, let me tell you that our studio is in Kolkata. She flew in all the way from Bangalore for this podcast. So thanks once again, Ananya, for doing that gesture. We are really grateful for that. And if there is something that you would like to tell your audience, the camera is all yours.
Well, the only thing I would like to say is be your authentic self. That's it. If people are leaving you, just understand that rasta saaf ho raha hai abhi. And you're going to attract even better people in your life. So yeah, just be you.
That's well said. Be the magnet and keep following the Almost Famous podcast. Thank you so much for watching.